Alright, so it's the developer insight, weapons and gear tiering. Hey there. Hey y'all. The rewards team here today to chat about gear tiers in Destiny 2 Edge of Fate. New to the loot chase in Destiny 2 should provide meaningful choices and upgrades to your arsenal. Loot should offer new build crafting options and novel ways to play. There should be some prestige coming from tackling the hardest content reflected in rewards with perks and visuals to show off to your peers. As weapons and armor have grown in complexity in the last few years, so too has the challenge of being able to discern the value of a piece of loot. In short, we've lost some of that chase and excitement, and we've not always made it clear how to upgrade. In the Edge of Fate, we set up to accomplish several goals to make Destiny 2's loot chase more meaningful. Thank God. I've seen what they're doing, and I'm excited for it. Gear tiering aims to provide new build crafting options and novel ways to play, particularly with armor set bonuses covered in the TWID on 0626 and seasonal weapon mods, and for each gear tier to provide a new mechanical benefit. This means that New Drop will present more direct upgrades to your arsenal. That said, perk synergies are still the prized chase on weapons, and even lower tiered gear with synergistic perks may be stronger than a higher tier. To chase the upgrade, your arsenal will endure throughout the season as players pursue higher powered gear, more enhanced perks, benefits, and better stats to tackle the most difficult challenges. Lastly, we wanted the final tier for weapons to feel prestigious. These rewards come equipped with a unique shader and combat flare that ignites your enemies into celebratory blue flames when defeated. 1 to 5. So here's a breakdown of the new benefits provided at each weapon tier, where higher tiers inherit the benefits of all previous tiers. Tier 1, base weapon, can use new seasonal mods once acquired. Tier 2, enhanced traits just like crafted weapons are. Tier 3, drops with 2 traits per columns across the board. Tier 4, enhanced weapon mods including seasonal, enhanced weapon components like barrels and magazines. And sights. Tier 5, enhanced origin traits, 3 traits per column, and access to the unique ornament with unique shader and unique combat flare. Although some concepts in this list may sound familiar, there's a few new additions worth talking about. For starters, when fully masterworked, weapons will also receive a bonus to all stats equal to the tier of the weapon, meaning a tier 5 weapon has a +5 stat across every stat on top of the masterwork of +10 to a singular stat. Next, we have seasonal mods to change the way you play within a season, offering new opportunities for build crafting. Let's not forget about enhanced mods like adept mods before them, which provide just an extra boost. Enhanced origin traits will boost the effect a bit more than an enhanced trait, providing an extra cherry on top for acquiring the tier 5 weapons. That might be crazy too, because like the Vault of Glass origin trait is insane, and enhancing that origin trait would make them even more insane. Just absolutely wild. Lastly, combat flare. In the unique ornamental provided a visual opportunity to show off your earnings and accomplishments with blue flames erupting from your foes and dancing across your weapon. Not to be forgotten, owners of Sweaty Confetti, our original combat flare, will find that precision-capable weapons will have access to this outside of the traditional mod slot regardless of weapon tier. Okay, so cool. I don't know what V900 precision-capable, but we'll be able to put Sweaty Confetti on. I have like 32 Sweaty Confettis just kind of sitting in my thing. Because it's the Grunt birthday party skull. It's great. New seasonal mods. Seasonal weapon mods were introduced in Episode 3 Heresy, and we want to expand their role a bit to be available on all weapons within the season, not just a specific set. Thank goodness, because I did not use them at all. And I know this set is really good, but I didn't use them at all. Where it makes sense for that weapon archetype. In the Edge of Fate, you'll be able to acquire the following mods via exploring Kepler and completing portal activities. Below are the description of the mod. Okay, so available on all weapons within the season, not just a specific set where it makes sense for that weapon. It's a weird phrase. So I think it's going to be on everything. think it's gonna be on everything, but we'll see. It might be that whole new weapon modifier is what they can, but we'll see. Temporal loader. This weapon loads ammo from reserves when dealing damage to targets that are slowed, frozen, or suspended. That's... Oh, glacier grenades just became the best DPS option in the world if there's a new rocket launcher that can get some insane perks on it. Holy crap. Or grenade launcher. This is pretty insane, actually. Temporal tracker, bonus aim assist or projectile tracking for a moderate duration after picking up an orbit power. Okay. Temporal adapter readying. This weapon grants it bonus stability, handling, and reload speed for a moderate duration, and that is borrowed from an alternate timeline version of the weapon. Sword gain bonus charge rate and guard resistance. Okay, so there's some lore with that one. This is interesting. Temporal armaments. This weapon gains bonus damage versus Cabal and Vex targets. I'm confused about that. Temporal armaments. Like, I don't think it's a bad perk. I don't think bonus damage versus Cabal and Vex is bad. It's just the location is Vex and Fallen. Why is this Cabal? Like, are Cabal gonna be in the raid? Is Callus in the raid? Is Callus's, like, soul monster face thing attacking? Like, is Callus a member, like, is, like, the 9 with his soul? So his physical death wasn't his true death? Is that... Alright, anyway, just theorycraft, throwing it out. Temporal blast. This weapon stores a portion of its damage dealt into charges. At 5 charges, this weapon's next shot creates an explosive blast on impact that damages nearby enemy. That might be cool. Alright, showing the fashion. We've shown the weapons before, but it never hurts to go over how they look from tier 1 to tier 5. So here's a look at Giver's Blessing, one of the destination weapons from Kepler, which is a 720 round per minute kinetic auto rifle that drops with kinetic tremors. If this can somehow drop with attrition orbs and kinetic tremors, this may be the best auto rifle in the game. I'm just saying. I actually plan on making a Kvostov kinetic build in the Edge of Fate, so we'll see. But tier 1 base weapon doesn't really do anything. It's just base weapon. Tier 2, it's equivalent of crafting 2 enhanced perks. It's pretty simple. Tier 3, double perks, enhancement on all the major perks. This is gonna be kind of nice. Gonna be useful. Tier 4 is where things start to get spicy because I'm very interested to see what enhanced ricochet rounds can do, and polygonal rifling. Like the enhances of these. Like if we can get an enhanced aggressive mag, is that the magazine on shotguns that makes them shoot faster? That would be really cool. I'm also interested in whatever these 2 new perks are. That seems pretty neato. And then obviously tier 5, Beauty, Grace. It is gorgeous. Comes with all the perks and bonus origin trait and enhanced mods. Oh, and I think tier 4 also comes with enhanced mods, which is interesting because it takes it from 57 all the way to 100, and then backup mag takes it from 57 to 70. So backup mag, okay, yeah, the enhanced mods seem like they're going to be pretty good too. Now, how do we earn the new gear? You're probably wondering, where do I start and how do I obtain higher gear? You'll begin your journey on Kepler earning tier 1 gear with a focus on gaining power. You'll earn new weapons and occasionally will find tier 2 gear as you unravel Kepler's mysteries. Upon completing major accomplishments or raising your seasonal power, you'll earn permanent upgrades to Kepler's reward tiers. Across Kepler, gear can be acquired via chests, exploring, uncovering secrets, campaign missions, and focusing engrams with local resources. Once the campaign is completed, new difficulties will be unlocked for replay. Accessing higher gear tiers and a post-campaign activity will appear from time to time, providing even more Kepler loot while it lasts. Throughout the portal, modifiers will up the challenge, but also increase your chances of more rewards. The harder the undertaking and faster you complete an activity, the higher the reward score you'll earn, providing better chances to earn higher gear at the end of the activity. Higher gear tiers at the end. Lastly, once the raid opens, player will find new challenges to acquire pinnacle tier rewards, but we won't spoil what the raid team has cooked up quite yet. That said, the challenge is mighty, but the rewards are just as sweet. We look forward to seeing how players engage with gear tiering. Some players will set goals to acquire the highest tiers, aiming for those god roll tier 5 armor and weapon drops across the game. Others will target tier 3s, similar to the old adept weapons in terms of power and perks and availability. Ultimately, players can decide what kind of tiers they wish to chase, and with 3 distinct ways to target gear tiers across Kepler, Portal, and Raid content, we're excited to see where and how people acquire new. It is interesting. I am curious what the base version of the raid will drop. The base version, like the normal raid, should drop tier 3 rewards, and then the master raid should drop tier 5, or contest mode of the raid should drop tier 5 weapons. Absolutely. And that brings us to the end of the blog post.